Well, good Monday morning, and it's time for a heart-to-heart talk again. I want to start today's talk with a true account of what happened not too long ago. Amber Geiger, a police officer, came home and accidentally went into the wrong apartment. A young man was on the couch watching television. She thought he was an intruder into her apartment, and she shot him and killed him. At her trial, she was given 10 years sentence. And the brother of this young man, this young black man that was shot, gave testimony on the witness stand. And he said these words. I'll try to quote as close as possible. He said, "Amber, I forgive you and I love you like anybody else. I forgive you for shooting my brother." And as he spoke, he said, "The only desire I have for you, Amber, is that you find Jesus Christ in your heart." It was the power of Christ in this young man. His name was Brant. Let me look here. Brant Jean was his name. His brother Botham was the one that was killed. So Brant Jean gave this testimony. He said, "I forgive you." And then he asked the judge, he said, "Can I hug this woman?" And Amber got out of her chair where she was sentenced, and she came and threw her arms around this young man, the brother that was of the one that was killed. And she wept and wept and wept. I'm telling you, forgiveness is so powerful that Jesus wanted to practice it before he left this earth. All those that had put him on the cross and nailed him to the cross, he said these words. Why did Jesus say that? Because he's demonstrating to us the power we have to release ourselves from the bondage of others. Did you get that? The power we have to release ourselves from the bondage that we are under when we are unforgiving to others. You see, when you have unforgiveness in your heart, you are in bondage to them. They're not in control of you. You think you're controlling them by bitterness and anger and hate and evil speaking. No. When you forgive them, you release yourself and you liberate them as well. Just like this Amber was liberated. She got a release from the guilt that she was carrying for accidentally shooting this young man. I'm telling you, the power of forgiveness. I've had opportunity in my life to repeatedly forgive people. I had a man recently that really tried to hurt our university. I set up a campus in a church, and evidently he went in behind as representing our university and began to do some teaching, and he decided to start his own school. So he turned the church away from Kingdom Life University and evidently sold them a bill of goods on his own school, which I don't know if it's gone or not. I haven't followed through on that. But I really had, initially, I just got, wow. We're just getting going with this church, and they enrolled students. They already made payments. They were in the classes. They were doing it. They loved it. But this man somehow deceitfully moved in behind me. Now, how was I going to respond to that? Was I going to become bitter and unforgiving, speak evil of this man? No. I called him on the phone and I said, "Listen," I won't give his name. I said, "Listen, I want you to know that I love you and I forgive you for what you did." And he began to cry on the other end of the phone. He was touched. And I saw him later at a pastor's gathering, and I went and I put my arms around him and told him I loved him. See, I'm not going to be bondage to anybody that's tried to hurt me. All through my life, we've been betrayed. We've been hurt by people. We've been let down. We've been disappointed. People haven't performed to the level that we wanted them to. They didn't keep their word to us. And how do we handle all those opportunities for unforgiveness? Paul wrote to Timothy, he said, or he wrote in the Ephesians, I believe it was, "Let all bitterness and anger and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice." The Greek word there, malice, is hard feelings. "And be ye kind one to another, forgiving one another." How much? "Even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you." How much is that? How much is God's forgiveness toward you? That's how much we're to forgive others. I want to just finish with this illustration. The disciples came to Jesus and said, "How many times should we forgive our brothers? 7 times? They thought, wow, that's gracious, 7 times. And Jesus said this, no, 70 times 7. I'm going to exercise in my life the opportunity and power of forgiveness to everyone that has offended me. And if I know somebody out there that, that I haven't forgiven, I ask your forgiveness right now publicly on this Facebook this morning. Please forgive me. My intention is not to hurt people. People try to hurt me. I don't know. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they're angry. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they don't like me. I don't know why. I kind of say, why wouldn't anybody like me? Because I try to be so loving. But believe me, there are evil people all around us that try to hurt us. And for whatever reason, maybe their own problems. But we have a choice on how we respond. We have a choice. We can forgive them. So, Father, I pray right now for everybody listening to this heart-to-heart talk this morning, that if they have any unforgiveness toward anyone, stop right now, Father. Help them to stop and say it with their mouth, confess it outwardly. I forgive you. And even name the person. I forgive you. Put the name of the person in there. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you. You're going to come into such a joy of the Lord, such personal freedom, that you're going to say, why didn't I do this earlier? So God bless you. You have a wonderful day today. We'll see a heart-to-heart talk tomorrow morning. Anybody now that wants to do anything as far as heart talks with us, issues of the heart I'm calling them. If you have any issue of the heart that you'd like me to talk about in the morning and address, would you put it into a comment? Just say, Jerry, here's an issue of my heart. I'd like you to address it. Would you talk this morning about the issue of my heart? So I'm going to be watching for your comments. I read all of those yesterday. I read the ones that we had from Sunday. So I'll read those again today. So if you have an issue of the heart. Now, I'm going to do 3 kinds of broadcasts a week right now. By the way, subscribe to our channel, would you? Subscribe and put a like down if you would, if you like this study. Just subscribe if you would. It helps us out with our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel and all that. So it just gives us a little better standing and helps us to build our audience a little better. So put a like and subscribe if you will, if you haven't already. And become a part of our daily broadcast. Every morning, weekday morning, except Wednesday, I'm going to do a heart-to-heart talk. Every morning, around 9 to 10 o'clock, I'm going to do a heart-to-heart talk about an issue of your heart. Today was forgiveness. Yesterday was joy, peace, the peace of God. So we're going to do heart-to-heart talks. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have a live classroom. And on Sunday morning, I'm going to be doing Through the Bible studies. I started on the book of Ephesians yesterday on Sunday. So that's Sunday mornings around 9 o'clock. Again, we're going to do a teaching through the Word of God. It's been my joy all my life for 60 years to teach the Bible. And I believe God's given me something to say about the kingdom. And about your standing right now with God, and about the glorious bride that God is preparing for His return. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day today. Remember, you have the power of forgiveness in your tongue. Do it like Jesus did on the cross. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. God bless you.